A plethora of condiments is the greatest thing in the world. Unfortunately, a lot of those condiments come with about 160 calories for one serving. So today, in the Anabolic Laboratory, we will be making a Chipotle Aioli that takes about 5 minutes to make and is only 18 calories per serving. My name is Nick. I have my master's in exercise physiology and I make anabolic recipes and I pretty much do anything else in the fitness industry, full days of eating, etc. So if you're into that kind of thing, like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you're ready to add more condiments into your arsenal, then let's get into it. When I say 5 minutes, I mean 5 minutes. So we're gonna get this going right away. We're going to start with 3 grams of some fresh cilantro. You can get this pretty much anywhere at any grocery store if you're looking for it. And it costs like 33 cents or 50 cents a bushel, super cheap. We do wanna make sure we only include the leaves as much as possible and not so much the stems. Once you have your 3 grams weighed out, we're gonna add it to our food processor. If you don't have the food processor or you don't have one in general, but you don't have this attachment for your Ninja, you can also use like the blender cup thing with any kind of blender cup. This is a little bit harder. You have to like dig in here to really mix everything up because we're gonna have to do a few mixes, but it will work in one of these blender cups as well. We wanna make sure this breaks down into very, very small pieces so that when we put it into a bottle, it'll squeeze right out. So the other thing that we're gonna add right now is a full can of chipotle peppers in adobo sauce, and we're going to blend this up for about 30 seconds or so. Once those 30 seconds are up, we're going to take our blender and plop it right onto our food scale. Now we're gonna add 180 grams of mayonnaise straight into here. Recently, maybe I just saw this, I don't know, but Hellmann's came out with a 15 calorie per serving mayonnaise. And guess what? That's 15% of a full fat mayo. And I tried it with my girlfriend who absolutely is obsessed with mayo, side by side with the light 35 calorie mayo, and it tastes the exact same. This is an absolute game changer. So we're gonna go with 180 grams of the 15 calorie Hellmann's. I washed off my spoon and now we're gonna add 170 grams of non-fat or 0% fat Greek yogurt. Some of you may be like, oh, am I gonna taste the Greek yogurt? Am I not? Chipotle's is kind of like mint, kind of like buffalo sauce. These Chipotle's really cover up all tastes surrounding it. So what you're gonna get is mayonnaise and Chipotle. You're not even gonna taste the Greek yogurt, but you're gonna get a little bit of added protein and more volume and just more sauce in general. Well worth it. Next, we're gonna go with 5 grams of roasted garlic. Now, you can get roasted garlic in a can that you could pay for at the store, or you can roast garlic yourself. Literally, you cut the top off, spray oil on it for about half a second, and then I add some salt on top and I wrap it in this foil, put it in the oven for 40 minutes, and boom, you have your own roasted garlic at a fraction of the price. So I'm gonna add 5 grams of this here, and this will blend up once we blend everything. Next, we're gonna add the juice of half of a lime. Next comes about 10 grams of Swerve. Why are we adding artificial sweetener, you may ask? Well, it takes away from the spiciness, so it's not too spicy to where you get all hot and sweaty. It's just the right amount of heat.
Speaking of hot and sweaty, do you want to get a great workout every time you hit the gym? Gorilla Mind has great pre-workout products along with a plethora of other dynamic supplements to help you reach your goals. Use code E4CM at checkout for 10% off your order. Back to the aioli.
Next up, 2 grams of smoked paprika. And if you do have any questions about where I got the stuff that I use, you can definitely check out the links in my description below. It does support the channel. I get like a small percentage of all proceeds that goes towards it, but I do use these ingredients on an everyday basis and I love them and wouldn't support them if I didn't. I've been loving my white pepper recently, and we're gonna add 1 gram of white pepper, and then we're going to blend this up for another 30 seconds. All right, we're through both of our blends and we are all ready to put it into a bottle, into a bowl. A bowl's kind of hard, especially if you're trying to use it months at a time. Like this, I've been doing this recipe, by the way, since like December of last year on and off, but I've had one of these bottles, used it over a couple months, and it's still good. You know, as long as you have this in the fridge and it's capped and it's covered, this will last a long time. What I normally do, you get one of these bottles, they're at Walmart, they're at Target, try to get one of the tall ones because this will fill this all the way up and a little bit more on top of it. But you wanna get one of those, and you also wanna get a funnel. What I do is I put it in here and I pour some of the sauce in, and then you gotta press it down and it'll keep going into the bottle, and it does take a couple minutes to actually store it and put it away. But like I said, once you have it done, you have it for literally months. I mean, it's absolutely incredible, and wait till you hear these macros. I actually bought a Chipotle Aioli at the store to see how it tasted. You know, did it have a lot of Chipotle flavor? How many calories were in it, etc.? Was it worth it? This barely has any Chipotle taste. It basically tastes like mayonnaise, and it is 160 calories for 28 grams, 18 grams of fat, 0 carb, 0 protein. So literally all fat. For 28 grams of my sauce, we are looking at 18 calories, 0.9 grams of protein, or a gram of protein, 2.5 grams of carbs, and a little over a half gram of fat. Night and day difference. We're talking about 1/8 of the calories, and there is way more flavor when you're putting a fresh lime in there, you're putting fresh cilantro in there, you're putting your own roasted garlic in there. It is so many flavors and tastes way better than this. And guess what? This makes 12.5 servings, while this makes over 20 servings. And on top of it, this is less money than this when you have the ingredients. I mean, do I need to say anything else? I have a jalapeno cheeseburger crunch wrap coming out in just a few days that pairs perfectly with this. That is why I'm putting this video first, so you can make this and have this ready to go for when you make your jalapeno cheeseburger crunch wrap. Now, if you want to support the channel, of course, you can buy the Power 13 cookbook, use any of the links in the bio, great supplements, great protein products, great pre-workouts, all of that stuff. I appreciate all of you and love all of you. There is so many good recipes coming soon. Pizzas, pecan pie blizzards from Dairy Queen. I mean, everything. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and until next time, I will see you in that next one. Deuces.